Good morning, everybody. It's Midwest Comic Man, and I wanted to do this as the first in a series of videos I've been wanting to do for a while that I kind of highlight certain golden and silver age artists that I think are awesome. Um, so for the first one, I decided to pick my favorite artist ever, probably, and that's Alex Schomburg. He was born in 1905 in Aguadilla, Puerto Rico, which, even though I've loved him forever, it turns out that's the town my wife is from. Her family's from. He did a lot of work for Better Publications, which is Black Terror and stuff like that, and Timely Comics. He started doing some airbrush covers, which he signed Zila, which is his first name backwards, and he did about 500 to 600 covers during the Golden Age. Um, so I went through and I found pictures of about 20 of his covers that I really like, and I mean there's just so many of his. But the first one is All Select #1, which is classic Schomburg war cover. It's got Captain America, Human Torch, and the Submariner. They're attacking Hitler's Berchtesgaden. And most of his war covers had just like an impossible amount of action on them. I mean, they're just Nazi soldiers all over the place that they're beating the crap out of. Um, and then next is Miss Fury #5. Um, Another war cover. It's got some reverse bondage on it because there's guys chained up to the wall, and Miss Fury's coming in and she's taking out 3 Japanese soldiers at one time. Um, just classic Schomburg stuff there. Um, Next one is another war cover. Let's see. Oh, and that's Submariner #12. Um, and this one shows uh, he ignored the rules a lot of the time when it came to perspective. Um, I mean, with one arm there, he's tearing down a bridge with all these little Nazis on it, and then at the same time he's using his other fist to smash some Nazis who are more normal sized. So they're about 4 times the size of the other soldiers, but I mean it's still an awesome cover, even though he just broke all the rules. Um, and then next is one of the ones he did for Better Comics, and that's Fighting Yank #6. With him choking out a kamikaze pilot with his own plane. Today's world, you'd never see a cover like this because of the exaggerated stereotypes, but just in general, during the Golden Age, you had a lot of that, and particularly during World War II. Um, and then next is Black Terror #2. I love Black Terror as a character. Um, it's got a lady in bondage, Black Terror with his assistant Tim fighting off multiple attackers, including a tiger. I mean, he always puts a ridiculous amount of action in all of his covers. Um, and then next is Black Terror #20. Love this cover. He did a lot of bondage covers. I know if I was a kid when this came out and I had a dime for one book, this is probably the one that I'm getting. And he does do. He always tends to use a lot of hooded menace type bad guys in a lot of his covers. Next is Captain America #39. Again, World War II cover, tons of action going on. They're attacking the Boulder Dam, which is what eventually got to be named the Hoover Dam. And there's like 15 Japanese soldiers that they're taking out at one time. It's just crazy. Another one. This one I love this cover. It's Exciting Comics #35 because it's just so completely over the top. Let's see here. I mean, they're running over the Japanese soldiers with a steamroller, but that's not enough. He's still gotta be shooting them. So, and then the next one is one of his airbrush covers, but it's before he started signing them with Zila. It's an awesome composition in the picture with the female archer drawing her bow. She's firing on the gun-wielding enemy below with all his assistants stealing archaeological relics or whatever. Just the way he composed it and the colors, it looks really nice. Next one is exciting number 53, which is, I believe it's the first cover of Miss Mask, and he did a lot of covers with her, so that's one of his nicer ones. And then we've got 12, which is, I see here. I think I missed one. Where did I go? Well, we'll just go with this one next. Human Torch number 23. It's got Human Torch and Toro fighting giant robots, which are smashing up the city. It's a great cover. And then we've got Marvel Mystery Comics number 40, which has got Human Torch fighting off a Nazi invasion of Iceland, of all places. And Schomburg loved making these huge, impossibly huge war machines. I mean, you got a Zeppelin bristling with cannons and howitzers and just crazy great stuff. And then next is Startling Comics number 48. This is another one of his airbrush ones. He did some really nice work with those. Did a lot of sci-fi covers. He did a lot of covers for pulp magazines, which has some of his best sci-fi work. And then we've got one of my favorite airbrush covers of his, which is Startling Comics 49. A lot of people noticed the resemblance between the robot and Bender from Futurama and have suggested that this was kind of an inspiration for that. But it's just a great cover. And then we've got Startling Comics number 53, another sci-fi one, and I just love this one. They've got these tiny little laser pistols, and they're shooting like 2 or 3 of these slime aliens, and when you look closely, there's like thousands of them, so somehow I don't think that's going to work out very well for them. And then we've got Thrilling Comics number 60 with a Princess Panther cover. She's laying a severe beat down on a hunter trying to kill a monkey. And my favorite part of this cover is, if you blow it up here, how pissed off the monkey looks. He's like, man, what are you shooting at me for? So, then there's this one. It's another Thrilling Comics with Princess Panther. And is there anything more badass than a chick in a bikini riding a tiger as she kills it to help some clueless dolt? I say thee nay. And then this next one, it's a weird cover. It's for Wonder Comics number 15. I guess it's some giant guy that's got the chick in bondage with the scalpel because she's under a microscope and he's walking through some life-size bottles of acid and stuff, but it's classic bondage art for sure. And then last but not least is probably my favorite cover of all of the Golden Age, which is why I saved it for the last. It's got everything that makes a cover great for me, and that's Suspense Comics number 3. I mean, you got a damsel in distress in bondage. She's about to be sacrificed by Nazi occultists with very KKK-inspired hoods. There's a dark moonlit night with bats flying in the background, and the hero's about to fire a spear at the head Nazi. It's a shame the book is so rare because I would love to have one, but I'm never gonna. I mean, I think there's like 5 or 6 that are known to exist. But that's a quick run through on Alex Schomburg. He's just an amazing artist, probably the greatest cover artist of the Golden Age. And I'm hoping to keep going with doing more of these if people enjoy them. So everybody have fun and enjoy your holiday.